This demonstration will be illustrating how SBOL could be used to pass a genetic design around various software tools used in genetic design workflow. We're going to begin with a design that was constructed using the SBOL Designer software, which is shown here, for a genetic receiver. Now, at this point, we'd like to do further sequence level editing tool using the Benchling software. So we select Send to Benchling. This will copy the design over to Benchling, and if I select on this, I can see information about it fetched directly from Benchling. One thing you can see, the design has been flattened, since that's how Benchling works with these designs. If we select Edit, it'll open up the design within the Benchling software, and we can do sequence level editing. For example, I could edit this annotation as so, save this edit, go back to this page, refresh, and we'll see that the edited annotation shows up. At this point, let's assume that we've concluded our sequence level editing and we want to store the result back into the collection that we're constructing for this design to keep all the parts of our design together. We select Copy, and it's copied it into there. You can see it's added it to my collection. Now let's assume that we've actually physically built this and we have the DNA, and we want to describe where this DNA is stored. We can do that by sending it to the ICE registry. So we can select Send to ICE, select a particular ICE registry to send to, and select the ICE remote instance. This has now deposited this design within the ICE repository. If I click on this, it'll show the information about this design that's available within ICE. And then, once again, we can open this up within the ICE repository. And we can add information to the part, such as information about the sample or experimental data. So I'd like to now store the information that I have in ICE into my collection. Save that. And at this point, I've completed my design. And perhaps I have some additional information, like maybe I have a nice plot that I'd like to add. And maybe I have some description of the part. And let's add the plot to my information about this design. And now at this point, I'd like to share it with other people to have them take a look at it while still keeping it private. So I can select Share, and this brings up a link which I can copy and email out, which will allow private access to anybody I wish to see this part. Once I've totally satisfied that this design is perfect, and perhaps I've actually now published a paper about the design, I can add the PubMed ID, which will add in the reference, and I can then make it public so that everybody can see this information about my design. Choose a collection to publish it in. I'm going to publish it into ICOS Designs, and select Make Public. And now the design is available within the ICOS Design collection. You can see my receiver collection that has all the information about the design that I've just completed. And this concludes the demo.